Hey folks, welcome back to Owlwood South, where we're mixing Arise, Run, Run, Run in Universal Audio's Luna. We're going to finish this thing up today, but I'm going to walk you through a couple things I have done offline and show you what I've done with the drums first. So let me solo these and we'll play from the beginning and talk about what I've been up to here. Okay, first of all, I have taken the two snares that were overdubbed. I put them into a bus called Snare Overdub, and I'm using two plugins on that channel. Let's go through those right fast. I'm going to disable that one first. I'm using the SSL channel strip first, and all I'm doing in this is I'm bringing up a little bit of 400 hertz, just a little bit, and also 200 hertz a little bit, and that's adding some heft to that snare. Let me get to that snare and I'll play it with it off. And with it. A little bit of heavy bottom there. That's what I wanted. I'm also driving the line amp a little bit and compensating over here. That's it for that. And I also have the J37 tape machine to add a little bit of grit. And I do that by pushing into it until I hear it too much of it and then pulling back a good ways. Let me do this without it, and then I'll play it with it. Again, it's adding a little bit of low end and a little bit of distortion, which is what I wanted on that. Now we also have an overhead that I have added the Kramer tape to, and I'm doing the same thing. They sound a little bit different. That's why I'm doing two different machines here. This is an Ampex 350. This is running at 7.5 IPS, overbiased. I'm pushing into it a little more than I would normally. Let me solo that, and we will turn this off. There's a little bit of crunch there now, and that's what I wanted to do for those. That's all I've got going on here, except I have added a kick and snare parallel. I'm using the distressor. So I'm just sending the kick and the two snares that were overdubbed into the distressor here. I'll mute that and then turn it on. Again, just adding a little bit of heft through the tone of the compressor. On the basses, I haven't done anything, but you will see that there are no more plugins because I exported those, and that's because I needed a little more DSP to make this thing work, so I just exported what we had already done. And as far as anything else goes, I have added a micro shift that is being automated from in certain places on the lead vocals and is always on the background vocals. I also added an Ocean Way Studio that every track is going to. The vocals, background vocals, pianos, organ, guitars, and drums. I'm using, let me go over here, I'll show you. I'm using the Ocean Way Room A, mid mic and far mics. I moved them a little bit, but I think these are the default microphones. They just sounded good. It's on reverb mode. And the EQ I have brought down in the low end. I just wanted I wanted a little dip down there because just wanted the top end of the room to come through. That's it on that. And I'm also running a parallel that each one of these sub mixes is going to. The background sub, lead sub, pianos, organs, guitars, and drums. They are going to the Chandler Zener limiter. Let me turn that off and then I'll turn it on. Again, adding a little bit of harmonic distortion and a little bit of heft from the compression. Now, as far as the micro shift goes, I'm automating that on the lead vocal sub mix, and that comes in at the verse 1. I'll play that here. Love, you call me to take it away, so you better run. Now that's being, you know, there are background vocals singing along with the main vocal at that point in time, but it makes it a little bit wider. That's what I wanted. And I don't really notice it when it comes in, but I definitely feel it when it goes away. And that's what I wanted. I'm doing that also in another phrase here. And at the end when he's doing the ad libs, I am also automating. Well, I had started automating some vocal levels right here. We'll come back to that. I'm also automating the Echo Boy Jr. on the main lead vocal track. It's just straight on the track. There's nothing else going on there. I exported the file with everything we had done before that on there. So what I'm doing there is it's got like basic slapback feedback on the whole track from this plugin. And at the end, I pull up the feedback. Let me solo that and I'll show you what I mean. Here I come. Right, it just goes off into space. At the same time, I have automated the low cut to be higher at that point in time. I didn't want all that low end from the tape echo. That's it for now. That's all I've done so far. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do the volume automation on the main vocal track and we will be done. So far I have this. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. I'm gonna pull that up a little bit. Run, run, run. Babylon I go come. Run, run, run. Babylon I go come. You better run. So now that we have the main vocal automated, I don't hear anything else that needs automation in this mix, in my opinion, right now. And that could, you know, totally change depending on the humidity and what's going on in my life. So for now, I think this is finished. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back a little bit here and just go through the basics of this. Everything that I have done, I have used the tape on for the Studer tape machine. I used the precision channel strip on all the main parts of the drums, and mostly pretty simple processing. I used a little bit of outboard. I used the PCM 60 reverb and the Pioneer spring reverb on a couple of things. It's a funky sounding reverb. And that's it. That's all I've got going on. We've got the SSL bus compressor, the ATR 102 on the mix bus, and we are ready to print. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to check the levels on this output, and then we're gonna listen to the whole thing, and that'll be it. I really appreciate you guys following along with this. This has been a fun project for me. It's been more involved than I thought it would be at first. But if you like this content, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button, hit the bell. You'll know when we add new content, and more videos are coming very soon. Run, run, run. Babylon I go come. Run, run, run. Babylon I go come. Run, 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 him run. Wicked man I go run. Run, 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 him run. Babylon I go come. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon I go come. Ooh, Babylon. They coming to take it away. So you better run, run,
Babylon a go come. Say the wicked man a come. Babylon a come. You better run. Say the wicked man a come. Say the Babylon a come. Wicked man a run. Babylon a come. Say the wicked man a come. Babylon a come. Run, run, Babylon a go come. He coming to take it away. No, far away. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh no, run. Babylon a go come. I say the Babylon, oh Babylon. Here my I guess that's it.